guys, how you doing? I hope everything is well. Everything is good with me. Y'all, I have bad news. Like, this is so devastating. Like, how could a father do something like this here? The little 2 year old I reported on yesterday, Montrell Williams. They said that his father threw him in the Bronx River. Are you kidding me? Threw him in the Bronx River a month ago. A month ago. But they said the family had went to the police and had reported that, the father, you know, had the son and he wasn't, letting us see him. You know what I'm saying? So they didn't know, like, they didn't know if he was just, holding the little boy or had the little boy with one of the family members. They didn't know that he would go to this extreme to hurt his own son. They said dad of missing 2-year-old boy may have told Tot mom he threw son off the NYC bridge. Oh my God. The father of the 2-year-old boy who vanished during a custodial visit last month may have told the Tot's mother at knife point that he threw their son in the Bronx River. Law enforcement sources said today. Williams, 20 years old, that's his father. The dad of little Montrell Williams, who has been missing since May 10, allegedly pulled a knife on the boy's mother when they ran into each other on the street Sunday, sources said. During the confrontation, the armed dad allegedly claimed that he threw the couple's son off the Brucker Bridge. Like, this guy, he's 20 years old. He's his dad. And you pulled a knife on her Sunday and told her you threw your baby in the Bronx River. Okay. You going to Rikers Island? Well, you should be in Rikers Island right now. They gonna let you know. They gonna let you know. Surveillance footage from that night showing Idris throwing a black bag into the river could back up the claims, sources said. The NYPD dispatcher dive team to comb the area Monday night, but found nothing, and was continued to search Tuesday today. But look, y'all. They said that Williams, the father, they said that he threw the little boy a month ago. A month ago. So as soon as he probably got the little boy, well, my thing is this: they went to court and they said custodial, visit. Like, when she gave him to him on the 10th, that's where I was getting a little confused at. I was like, you gave your son to his father on the 10th. So I think she was calling, to speak to her son, Montrell. And he was probably making up some old he sleep or, some other kind of bull. Like, how mad can you be to sit there and put a baby in a garbage bag and throw him in the river? I don't know why he doesn't throw his own damn self in the river. Like, this is messed up. This is messed up. Like, he gon' Oh yeah. Remember, they don't like when you kill babies. They don't like when you mess with little kids. They said the father was ordered held without bond on the warrant for custodial interference Monday after refusing to tell a family court judge his son's whereabouts. So he wasn't trying to say nothing. Wait, hold on. They said wait, hold on. They said the father was ordered without bond. That was yesterday. So Sunday, that's when she ran into him. She ran into the father Tuesday, and that's when he pulled a knife on her. So he didn't want to tell the judge either where the baby was. Charges are pending against the dad in connection to the knife point incident. The sources said the disturbing ordeal unfolded on May 10th when Montrell, who was dropped off by his mom a day earlier for a custody visit, was at his dad's Hunt Point Avenue house for a Mother's Day celebration, the sources said. At some point during the gathering, the father, who had split custody, he had split custody, so he can have him for that long, of Montrell and visitation rights, took the boy, according to the sources. Family court judge issued a warrant for the dad after the mom's May 28 appearance court, sources said. They said over the next few days, the boy confirmed mom called the cops, who appeared to have told her they couldn't interfere if her son is on a regularly scheduled visit. But my thing is this, like, if he's acting erratic and she feel like she's the mom, you know what I'm saying? And if she feel like, this guy is acting crazy, like, and she's telling the police, like, please, can you just let me just get there? Can you come with me and let me just see my son and everything will be everything? But no, they like, no, that's his visit. You go on. That's crazy. Like, they not listening. Like, they just don't listen. They don't have no time. Like, this is messed up on the police. The police, they dropped the ball on this. Because she did go to them. You know what I'm saying? She talks to him on the phone. She already know he erratic. You know what I'm saying? The father's erratic and he talking crazy. So that's why she went to the damn police. They said they couldn't intervene. A judge issued a warrant for the... Well, I can't see. Excluded dad after the mom appeared in family court on May 28th, saying that she had no idea of her young son's ex-whereabouts, according to the sources. Wow. So, okay. So she went on May 28th, she went to court and said she doesn't know where the father is or her son. So on the 30th, that's when she got in contact with him. And now the NYPD Internal Affair Bureau is probing that the department investigation was surrounding Montrell's case, namely whether the boy's disappearance have been investigated as a custodial interference case rather than a simple missing persons case. The boy was attending a Mother's Day gathering with his dad, who split with custody with him before he vanished, sources says. But now, okay, they dropped the ball on that, y'all. Like, for real. They dropped the ball, when she was frantic. She went to court on the 28th saying that, I don't know where they at. Like, that's crazy. He's not answering the phone. That had to be that had to be traumatic for her. And then to come to find out, 2 days ago, he pulled a knife on her. And he was like, I threw him in the river. Like, is he on crack? What he on? He gotta be on something. He on something for him to sit there and put his baby in a bag and throw him. He's 20 years old. I don't even know what to say about this. I don't even know what to say. Nope. Because this is crazy. All this shit could have been avoided. But you know what? I mean, it could have been avoided. You know, he could have been arrested faster. You understand? Because the way he said it, he threw him in the water on the 10th. Because people said that they had seen the father and the son outside that day on the 10th. They seen them outside like at 10:30 at night. That's what I said, you know, in my other video. I was like, why he got that baby outside so late? You know what I'm saying? Like, what he doing? And they said he was walking around. He was walking around. So, you know, it makes it seem like, you know, I don't know. It got to be something between this, because this doesn't make any sense. The little baby is 2 years old. He has custody. She has custody. They have split custody. So is this the first time that he ever had his son? Like, I mean, he's 2 years old. But they say he had no record. This is what they said. They said he had no record, allegedly. Allegedly. They said he ain't had no record. So I don't know what went on, and was he mentally just, you know, did he have a mental breakdown? You know, mental illness. Maybe he had a mental illness. You know what I mean? Like, he's just crazy. Like I'm saying, like, that saying, like, being back at mental illness is crazy. But maybe, I mean, for him to be walking around with his son at 10:30 at night, and people seeing it, you know what I'm saying? And this guy, that couldn't have happened like that. No, because they said that he was in. He said they said the father confessed to the mother that he put him in a trash bag. In the trash bag. How could you do that? Did you put? You know, you hate to even want to think that he placed the baby in the bag alive. You know what I'm saying? That he would literally put his baby in a bag, a plastic bag, and throw him into the Bronx River. Like, for real. That is really sad. That is really sad. He might have had the bag with him, and he did it because, like I said, people said they seen him that day on the 10th, that night, walking around with his son. So he was probably on something, allegedly. He probably was on something, and he was just thinking in his mind, like, what, did they have an argument? I know they're gonna. I'm gonna have to, you know, give you an update on this here, because I would like to know, did they have an argument? You know what I'm saying? For him to, you know, do this to his son. Something had to happen. He just didn't just wake up in the morning and say, I'm just going to sit there and just off my son. But it seemed like the same day she gave it to him, they said a month. So the same day she gave it to the little boy, he did this. That's just pure evil, y'all. That's just pure evil. How freaking evil can you be? Like, for real, y'all.
News this afternoon, a police source confirming the NYPD now believes the missing 2-year-old boy in our borough was thrown in the Bronx River a month ago by his own father. Thank you for joining us. I'm Christy Reeder. Just a horrific update at this hour on Montrell Williams, that little boy. It was exactly 1 month ago, the last time the little boy was seen, May 10th, while he was visiting his father. Then on May 30th, a custodial interference report was made. Well, just yesterday, NYPD made a plea to the public to help find Montrell and began searching the Bronx River, a search that continues at this hour. That is where News 12's Noel Lilly is. And Noel, have you seen if the NYPD has made any progress this afternoon?
So, Chrissy, as far as that progress goes, that is unclear at this hour. As you said, just a tragic story. What I can tell you is that we have seen police divers at the scene investigating. I'm going to step to show you here at the Bronx River. We have seen again multiple diving crews searching back and forth in boats for that missing child. That 2-year-old boy has not been found yet, we're told, but law enforcement sources say, as you mentioned, there is reason to believe the child's father threw the child into the water. So we're right near the cross streets of Garrison Avenue and Edgewater Park Road here along the riverfront. Our News 12 crews were there last night when officials were searching the water, looking for what we now know is that 2-year-old child. Our source tells us that there is also video evidence that prompted them to search here. Multiple family members have said they tried to report the child missing prior to this. That includes the child's mother and grandmother. We allegedly saw posts from them online talking about the child being missing for weeks. And News 12 also spoke to a man who said he was the grandfather. He told us that they could not investigate. Police said they could not investigate at the time because the child was allegedly with the father. We do have that video as well now, as we mentioned, of police seemingly searching for the father at the father's home. Now, again, this is an area right along the riverfront that is completely blocked off with traffic right now. If you're on the Brucker Expressway, it's really hard to get through this area. Police are all up and down Garrison Boulevard searching for that missing child. Again, they still have not found that 2-year-old. And of course, we're hoping for the very best, but we will keep you updated.